Welcome back. Faculty members up and down the University of California system are also upset with what happened at UCLA, and some are calling for Chancellor Gene Block to step down. Among them, the University Council of the American Federation of Teachers, which represents about 6,000 faculty members and lecturers. Joining us is Rodger, the president of that organization, and John Branstetter, who's a UCLA lecturer. He's the vice president of the University Council, AFT. He also was arrested the other day as part of the pro-Palestinian protest. So first of all, to you, Madam President, you wrote a letter saying that you want Gene Block to resign. Highly critical of the way he has handled this entire event, and certainly the way he handled the removal of the tents. Do you stand by that?
Yes, we absolutely do. We want to be really clear about what happened here. On Tuesday night, Chancellor Block and his administration failed to protect students from a mob of non-university agitators. For hours, student demonstrators were attacked by outside agitators who are not part of the university community. In response to this administrative negligence, faculty, including many of our own members, John, one of them, joined the protest in order to protect our students, and subsequently were subject to police brutality and arrest.
Since you were arrested, tell us about that experience. And you were there because of the violence that happened the night before.
Yeah, and let me be clear. I mean, so the faculty and I who were present and within the encampment were mobilized by the failure of the university administration the night before. We're there to put ourselves between, harm and the students that we care so much for. So from my perspective, I was there right on the front line as the police were tearing down the barricades. The barricades were erected by the students not to intimidate anyone in the UCLA community, but to protect themselves from the violence that was growing around them. The police tore down the barricades and attempted to physically remove, individual by individual, all of the people in the encampment. A student who was afraid of being arrested, ducked behind me, and I stood in the way, and the police threw me to the ground, handcuffed me, and took me off to Men's County Jail downtown.
Ms. Rodger, so is this, your letter, is this focus on the principle of the First Amendment? They have the right to protest, the right to free speech.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, all students have the right, we believe, as citizens, to speak up at their university, and should be able to do so peacefully and safely. So again, we see that the University of California has, frankly, a long history of shutting down student protests in ways that violate that, and in this case, with violence that is unacceptable.
Okay, let me push back on that just a little bit. So what you're saying is that instead of a pro-Palestinian group, an anti-Israeli group, let's say these are pro-life students. They're from the Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America. They believe the university and its abortion privileges on campus is murder. That's blood on the hands of administrators for allowing this. And the exact same thing happens. You would write the same letter asking for the resignation of the university chancellor.
If students were harmed as a result of that negligence, I would.
I mean, the principle that's important here is not the content of the protest. It's the fact that the university was unwilling to protect the safety of the students that it's supposed to serve.
Right, but let me just point out this one thing, because we have a guest and members of the California legislature who say who apply that standard to Jewish students on campus who they say were harassed. There were checkpoints. If you were not Jewish, you got a wristband so you could go through. If you were, you couldn't. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So let me respond to that claim first of all, because it's patently false. The reports of that being circulated were supported by right-wing agitators, and I can confirm that yes, there were checkpoints, but the checkpoints were to ensure that dangerous outside elements didn't actually infiltrate the camp. I can tell you, within the encampment, there were many students of Jewish descent. In fact, they were among the strongest and most inspiring leaders that I saw inside the encampment. I think the bottom line is, and this is really what the students were there to show the world, is that like racism anywhere and everywhere is unacceptable.
Katie Rodger is president of the University of Council of the American Federation of Teachers. John Branstetter, I'm glad you're well. He's a lecturer at UCLA and the vice president of the union, who was there when the encampment was removed. Best of luck to both of you, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
Up next, we get the take on the politics and the legal questions that may follow from all of this, from Jessica Levinson of Loyola Law School, Dan Schnurr of the University of California, Berkeley, and USC, when we return.